I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Good, don't bend too hard on the legs.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Okay, who knows what a two-point landing is?
Ooh, sorry. Okay, is this bad? I got a tangle.
Hey, welcome one and all to another episode of Friends of Hosway, the show with an awkward silences and an even more awkward host. My name is Hosway, and on this show we delve into a variety of topics. We have conversations with some fascinating people. Today, I welcome you to join the Bean Pot. Homies and compadres, please give a warm welcome to the Bean Queen herself. It's Izzy. Izzy, how are you doing today?
I am doing excited.
It's literally same.
No.
So I see you're kind of fading into the abyss.
Yeah, I'm
Is
kind
that-
of fading. I think that might be the second person on screen confusing my camera.
I'm pretty confused too, so I wouldn't blame your camera.
We'll figure something out here.
It's okay. I don't mind the flashing. So Izzy, how's your day today?
It was the anticipation of being on your show was just too much.
Why was it too
Just
much?
I got really excited.
To be on my show?
Yes, of course.
Le Queen
Is it-
was excited to be on my show.
It is your show.
It is our show. We're communists here today.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
The communist vibes.
Well, all right, Izzy. Let's go ahead and get on into it. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, you see, I'm Izzy, and I just do things, a lot of things.
Literally same.
You will see me online doing the creative stuff, like I do Blender and also music. I do stream from time to time, but I've been on a hiatus for a while. Yeah, what else? I do enjoy the woodworkings. Just working with wood, softwood, hardwood, darkwood.
Does softwood, does it bend?
I mean, if it's thin enough, it bends.
Without snapping?
Yes.
All right,
You can-
there's
you can-
your facts
like,
about
when
wood
you-
today.
Yeah, have a fun fact, fun wood fact. If you make it wet, it'll bend easier.
Does it stay bent after it dries, or will it start to crack?
No, you can actually bend it to shape and then let it dry, and it will stay in that shape.
I don't work with my hands, not that often. I mean, I use my hands for stuff to pick items out of Amazon's storages, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine with your tiny little white hands that are just barely sticking out of the pullover. It's or sweatshirt or whatever that is. It's probably a bit harder, isn't it?
Yeah, having no actual fingers actually is a very
Yeah,
difficult thing to live with. I have plans to get fingy implants, but that
That's
takes
what I
time.
thought. Yeah, you should listen. People should probably subscribe to you just so that you can afford the fingy implants.
You heard it here first. Smash that subscribe button for fingy implants. Let's go. Fingy implants 2023. All right. So, Izzy, over the years, you've had a couple of different hair colors, and I wanted to ask what colors were your favorite that you've had, and did any of them have any subtle significance? Like, for example, I wear this yellow hoodie here. I like yellow because it's sunshine and sunflowers and stuff. So, What about your hair?
Um, I'd say I don't have a favorite. I do like the purple a lot, and I've stayed on it for quite a while. But apart from that, I do like to change things, you know?
You out here like Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim?
Pretty much. I think that's a good one.
Did girlfriend have to fight your seven evil exes?
No, actually, do I even have seven? I don't. I only have one evil ex, and I would not want to fight like anyone to fight her.
But why not?
Cause you know, not a good ex.
Not a good ex. Okay. I'm assuming maybe there's like some radiation sickness surrounding that person, so we shouldn't get
Yeah,
close.
something like that.
Okay.
Pretty toxic person in general, you know.
Okay. So what other colors have you had besides the purple and I see the green one on Duolingo.
Yeah, let's see. We
Very
had the
appropriate.
blonde. Yeah, we had like blonde. We had like the really blonde. We went through red, through brown, blue. I forget. I feel like I forgot some. Oh yeah, gray. Gray I had for quite a long time.
Is that the
Like
one
silver
that
gray.
your user profile picture is on Twitch? For your you made like a little 3D avatar? I believe their name
Oh
is
no, that's just the 3D avatar. No,
okay.
no, that's
And then I did want to ask, how did you become interested, like, in your current career? I think you work with. This is a very like smooth brain question because it's not very well like what is it researched, but I do know you work with computers.
I
So,
do.
how did you become interested in your current career and streaming?
I mean, like honestly, my current career has been like on my wish list since I was probably at 12, 13. Because I
Hmm.
did start like coding at that age, and then I dropped out of school and I just looked for a job, and I've been with the company I've gotten into there uh, ever since. So that's been ooh, 15 years now, almost.
15 years of smacking on the keyboard.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, is so you said you've been coding for a while now. Is there anything that you've actually like put out there on the internet, whether it's like a game or just like a program, any sort of tools?
Oh
Hint
yeah.
hint, wink wink.
I mean, you can get like tons of shit I've written. There's like a Chrome and Edge and like anything that's not Firefox extension that has like 10k users. And there's also my stream chat that I've written that supports pronouns. You can get that one and probably some more. Also, that will be beans.
There will be beans. What's the name of this Twitch uh or specifically I guess streamer bot that has the extension for pronouns?
I mean the chat is so like the overlay itself. That's just I guess you just Google Izzy stream chat. I can put a link somewhere.
Can you put it in the
And
description of the YouTube video?
I can send you that link.
Awesome. All right, and you see, with all the bad that's out there in the world right now, it's always really good to remind ourselves of like some particularly good stuff in our life. What are some particularly good memories that you have that you treasure so much that you've made maybe within the past couple of years?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
By the way, Salt says he needs
I
those links.
need those links. Yeah, I can. I'll send them. Um, Honestly, the past few years have been kind of so good to me that I wouldn't specifically pin down like one or two memories. It's just like the whole package, which is weird to say given that we had like a huge virus thing happening.
I gotta say, as a bit of an introvert here, I wasn't very much affected by the pandemic
Yeah,
as much as other people were. I found myself
definitely.
just kind of doing what I normally do. Was that the same for you, or was it a different experience?
No, no, yeah, pretty much that. Like, we got to work from home more, which is always fun. And, just in general, it didn't affect me as much because I don't know, I stopped going out as much years ago. Also, why is this flickering?
It likes your mouse.
Yeah, I guess it just wants the mouse on screen. No, yeah, pretty much the same. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an introvert. I just need my space.
MySpace? You got a
Yeah, my
MySpace?
Oh, I did have one, but yeah, I've lost the access to that one years ago.
I think I
It's
logged into
really
MySpace like maybe like 5 years ago just to see what was up. And all my pictures and everything was literally gone. It was just my profile picture and Tom on there.
yeah, like when I tried to log in, I was surprised that my profile still existed and it like had even had some music from so long ago on there, which was wild.
I did kind of miss
Yeah.
the aspect of like just how personalized your page could be on MySpace. Like,
Oh yeah, remember all the glitter gifs and like blinky things and all that?
yeah, there would be like your top friends would show up. You had like this like I had the Matrix as my background, the little hacker wall, and
I
then
mean, if you think about it, Tumblr kind of is still like that,
true,
you
very
know?
true. Minus the music, huh? Like
That's,
the music
I
that
mean,
automatically plays as soon as someone
I
goes
guess
on your
you
screen.
can do that as well if you'd
Really?
really want to. Yeah, I mean, you can do it, all kinds of things with Tumblr. You just shouldn't because it's like against the rules of the internet.
And
No,
speaking of
like actually,
music, oh, go ahead.
there's like there's actually some like not rules, but like recommendations on how you should do like generally internet stuff, and auto playing music or just sound in general is kind of frowned upon unless you're like a video site or something, especially when you're doing like advertising.
Yeah. Just Garbage Mouse says, I miss cork boards where you could just post your favorite gifs. Was that a thing
I
on Tumblr? I was not very present on Tumblr until like almost the downfall of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of corkboards.
Okay. And music, right? Music. So the music you're hearing, if you turn up your your volume a little bit, that music is actually a worldwide exclusive premiere here on the Hosway Hendowski channel, brought to you by DJ Izzy. Get busy. So this is actually a pretty cool sound. Izzy actually finished it specifically here for today's show. Um, on the YouTube thing, I'll have the link so that you can go ahead and check it out. Izzy, when does this come out officially?
Um, in theory, it would come out officially on May the 1st. In practice, my ADHD ass uploaded it way too late. So, depending on which kind of like streaming platform or so you're using, it might be later than that. So, you're kind of ahead of the curve here with playing it.
Okay, and where can we find it? Spotify, YouTube Music.
Yeah, it'll be on all the stores.
Okay,
It'll
so
be on
go ahead
like
and buy it on
Spotify,
Apple
YouTube,
Music if you go
Tidal.
there. Nice. Okay, and I did want to ask regarding your music, right? So I know you've created
Mm-hmm.
music in the past. There's maybe like a bit of a gap. This is gonna be your first little single coming out again after a little hiatus. So I did want to ask what kind of genres sparked the creativity to create music.
Um, I'd say probably the biggest influence for me was growing up with like tons of techno people or just EDM in general around me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the small city I grew up in, there was like 15,000 people there, and we had raves that were like 4,000 people. So that
You
kind of got me started.
you been to raves, Izzy?
I mean, in the sense of like what an American would define as a rave, we'd probably just call it like a festival or a party.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. And I
But
did
it was like,
listen. Hmm?
um, yeah, it was like in some like old, uh, reused industrial facility. So I guess you could call it a rave.
Yeah, I think that checks the box for a rave. It's like a little bit remote, maybe. It's very like enclosed, lots of lights, lots of people, loud
Yeah,
music.
pretty much.
Nice. And I did listen to a couple of the songs that you have on your SoundCloud. Um,
Oh no.
um on the YouTube description or the comments, I'll put a link to Izzy's link tree if you want to check some of that out. And I did see a live hour and a half track on there. Curiosity did get the best of me, so I listened to it as I wrote some of these questions, and I noticed that there wasn't that much music. As I mentioned earlier, it seems like you took a little bit of a break. So is this still a hobby that you plan to continue with? Can we expect even more bangers than Anxiety for Breakfast?
um. So yeah, I mean the hiatus was just like me not really feeling it. That tends to be a thing with me, which is probably just the ADHD. You find a hobby, then you get like really into it. You do it for a while, and then you just put it aside into a box. And I think I'm like kind of back into it now because
Hmm.
I'm cycling through my hobbies like nothing at the moment. So I might actually like do some more bangers this year.
And you said you're cycling through your hobbies. So apart from music and being an absolute bean queen, what are some of your other hobbies that you have?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I do enjoy the Blender 3D stuff. I mean, you know your sunflower, right? So that's that's kind of high on my tier list. And also just like I don't know, there's so many things,
Can you
and I do
explain what
get
the
in.
sunflower was?
Oh yeah, why don't you explain that one?
Okay, sure. I'll take the lead here. All right. So if you're ever around and are blessed with the opportunity to catch an Izzy stream, Izzy has walk on little effects. So when you come into chat, there will be a little thing that plays, right? So for me, I requested that my walk-on be a twerking sunflower to the "Be Right Back" sound effects from Eric Andre. So yeah, if you're ever there and you catch me coming in there, you're gonna see that sunflower pop up, start dropping that ass like it's hot, and at the
I
end you
can't
get a little
believe.
bit of a disclaimer about botany and pertaining to this specific species of sunflower. Um, so yeah, that,
I think it wasn't even for the specific species. It was more of a thing that like the bulbous nature of the sunflower stem is probably some disease the sunflower has, and that you should take care of your sunflowers
so
because
yeah,
obviously we can't just put a sunflower with an ass on Twitch, right? So
yeah, you gotta
it
add the
couldn't possibly
disclaimer.
be that.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to sexualize plants.
Yeah, no, we can't do that,
Yeah,
especially not on Twitch.
you gotta make them cute, like the little sunflower I got here on my desk. But yeah, so Izzy, I did bring up gaming a little bit here, and I did want to ask some questions about the main reason that I've lost so much hair here in the past year, and that would be Overwatch, right? So, I think we've established that your first mains were Diva and Pharah. I joined Overwatch like sometime between the release of like Ana and Sombra, so I knew that Ana was already in the game and Sombra was like still being like teased with the ARG and stuff.
Oh no, the endless ARG that went on for months and then it was just Sombra.
Then it was just
People were
Sombra.
like people were like looking at clues and thinking that everything was a clue. Like they would look at the sky in the game and think that, oh yeah, the formation of the clouds clearly say that this is the new character.
I think there's a spray that references this, isn't there?
Yeah, I think the Dorado sky wasn't it? That was where the pattern was.
Mm-hmm. And I think it just has to do with like the rings kind of that you get when you look at a dark area in a video game. Is it called banding
Um,
or something like that?
yeah, it's standing, but I think it was like like an actual thing that was like some pattern in the sky, but it had like nothing to do with the ARG, if I
Mm.
remember correctly.
Okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure. It's been a few years. I mean, Somra came out when 2017, something like that.
Interesting. So when did you join? Was it originally since the beta or like what exactly was it that drew you to the game?
Um, I mean, for me, it was seeing Tracer. That was before she was even outed as gay. I was like, yeah, this game is good. And I started in like season one. I didn't compete in season one because I couldn't back then, but I started like right around when the game came out.
Okay. And you mentioned Tracer. Now, did you fall in love with Tracer before or after her butt got nerfed?
I don't think that was like the thing that did it for me. It was just her in general.
Okay, and what about Widowmaker? As you know, Widowmaker used to have a butt buff whenever they would ult. Um, did you also fall in love with Widow before or after their butt got nerfed?
I wouldn't even say I fell in love with Widow. I mean, I still despise her.
Yeah, but Widow is a character that's literally to die for. Therefore, it's love.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's literally if looks could kill. So if like a Widow looks at you, you're pretty much dead, unless they got like my aim.
Yeah, same though. I'm I'm I For me it's like I shot and then I missed and then I shot and then I missed again, you know?
Sounds like a quote from the Last of Us show.
No, that's what Widow says.
Oh.
Pretty sure there's a meme like that, and I'm pretty sure they did some fan service there with the like all the voice lines lately, where she actually says something when she misses more than once.
Mm. Now, speaking of the heroes, right? What's your opinion on the worst meta in Overwatch history?
The worst meta in Overwatch history was probably Golds, like still to this day, and all variations of it. I mean, we kind of still see Jodes with like Queen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even that it's bad. It's just that it was so dominant for such a long time that it got so incredibly boring.
Do you feel like things like this could have the potential to kill the game?
Mm, honestly, I don't think so. Like, if you think about it, it's been more or less the same game for what is it now? 7 years, 8 years? 2016. That's for 7 years. So it's been more or less the same game for 7 years, and people still play it.
Mm-hmm. And
And if you think about it, like having the game be the same isn't necessarily a bad thing as long as the balance is kind of right. I mean, look at Counter Strike. Counter Strike is still the same freaking game, and people still play Dust, right?
so you mentioned goats, right? And for those in chat or in the YouTube VOD that don't know what goats is, could you explain what goats exactly is and what it does?
I mean, the idea of goats was that, like, it was before you got like the role queue with two of each. So you had three tanks, three supports, and no DPS because DPS are squishy and tanks would do the same damage with like triple the health. So it was like unkillable because you had three supports and so much health, but it also did so much damage that as long as you were coordinated, which is like why it never really got into like the lower ranks,
Mm-hmm.
you would basically have to either mirror it or lose.
So goats is pretty OP.
Yeah, pretty OP, yeah.
Okay, and in so I'm assuming you might have played this kind of like team composition before. In general, in a team, what is your preferred role to play?
Ooh, that's a hard one because I'm a flex player. I honestly don't think I have like a preferred role. I enjoy every role.
What about a preferred hero?
Ooh, that on the other hand, I can easily say like on tank it's Reinhardt just because I like to go in and die. Uh,
Base,
yeah, I mean,
literally same.
listen, I'm a speed feeder at heart, so Reinhardt charging in and dying is like the peak me,
Does
and
that
for like
usually go well though?
I mean it highly depends. If you have like people will heal you with you, that works. And then there's also like the sometimes you get lucky with randoms, knowing how aggressive Reinhardt mains can be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been games.
Yeah, where team doesn't follow up with you going in.
Pretty
Supports are
much.
just hard locked on the DPS. Yeah. What about support role? What's your favorite there?
Definitely Zen. Because I like the idea of like just throwing my healing on someone I know will do something and then just be sneaky in the back.
Yeah. And on the damage roll?
that is the horror. Like, no, 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 not even anyone close to that.
What is it about Farah that we really like? Because Farah was also, I think we had literally the exact same like mains when we entered the game. For me, it was literally Diva, Farah, and on support, I think it was. I don't think it was Zen. I think it was
I
like
mean, when I
Ana.
started out, it was Lucio for me, but that was back when like Lucio had a circle that could basically heal the whole map.
True. Okay. But what is it about Farah? What is it that we like about her?
I mean, she's got the movement, she's got the nice prediction shots, she's got the boobs.
True.
It's just also she's like a cool flying person, you know?
Yeah, I really like
And one of
the
the
fact
few
that Farah is
flying
like no
people.
pushover, like all of the call outs and stuff that she has, like just on the like you get hit or something, or she mentions like oh there's a turret over there, stuff like that. Just the automatic things, the automatic voice lines that Overwatch has. I
Yeah,
always feel like there's this sense of like I don't know, it just gets your attention. Do you agree there?
definitely. I mean, it's like there's when you look at the automatic voice lines, especially there's some, or not even just the automatic ones, also the like I need healing ones. There's some characters that are just like annoying,
Genji?
where you're like, no, not even that one.
I think
Like,
Queen's voice lines are pretty annoying for healing.
can I get some healing over here? Yeah,
Queen's literally screaming, "Heal me!"
yeah. The bitchy ones are kind of annoying, and that especially as a support. I don't know about you, but especially as a support, that can get like frustrating very quickly.
How do you ask for healing without upsetting supports? Is it
That
just
is
press
good
when you need it, or
question.
try to just like get in front of them so they can see your low health?
Be in voice chat, maybe.
Okay. And
I don't
then
know. That it's a hard one.
I did want to ask if you have any current goals as an Overwatch player, and if you do, what do you plan to achieve?
I don't know. I feel like I've been getting back into the game well enough that I might actually be able to hit like diamond this season. I mean, I did just skip like from what was it, gold 2 to plat 1 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like a whole rank,
Pretty much just
pretty much.
speed run gold. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna move still to Overwatch, but just a little bit of an extension of it. And this is something that is, I guess, separate from the game itself, because the game doesn't really affect it too much. And that's like the story, the lore. I wanted to ask, what was your favorite like bit of lore? I know that there's like the comics, there's the voice lines in game while you're in spawn, different interactions. What's your favorite little piece of lore from Overwatch?
I think that would be probably the cinematics, because there is such a high level of like production that they could probably be a full movie if they actually had some business sense. I mean, we've seen like Arcane from what was it, League of Legends,
Leg
right?
of Legos, yeah.
Yeah, Lego Legos. And what was the other big one? Cyberpunk, right?
Cyberpunk was
That was
really really
also
good.
that was a good one. And I mean, I can see like a cinematic movie in like the style they currently have, which is like what would you
Pixar,
describe it as? Like Pixar, yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind probably.
a little bit of Disney, basically. I guess Disney is Pixar, Pixar is Disney. Squares to rectangles kind of situation.
Hmm.
Now, what's a piece of lore that you wish that they would expand on?
I mean, we all know it's gotta be Zen, right? We've been waiting for Zen lore for forever.
There is a little bit that they added with Ramatra coming in there, and
Yeah, but that's like such a tiny sliver, and then you have like when you look at the latest heroes where they did like whole cinematics or like with Tracer, she has how many comics now?
I've stopped getting into
It,
the comics for a while, but I know that Tracer is present in
I
quite
mean,
a bit
the
here.
Trace Tracer's Omnic friends have more lore in the comics than Zenyatta has in like the whole thing, right?
What are you hoping for, or what are some theories that you have relating to this Zenyatta situation?
I mean that there's not like much you can hope for. I just want to have like some good cinematic where we get like Zen chilling out in the freaking monastery,
True.
right? Training with Genji and the other monks, or Monkniks,
Monknix? Monkey.
I guess.
Um, Now with the everybody basically waiting for the PVE, we know that we'll probably be seeing that by the time that we're getting lowered into our graves. But what are some of your hopes and some of your concerns regarding the PVE?
I mean, given how long it's been that they've announced it and shown like some general how they do it, what can I say? My hopes would be that they're actually not lying about releasing it this year, and that Overwatch 2 was like not just Overwatch 1 rebranded.
I think it's pretty clear right now that that is what Overwatch 2 is. Um,
I mean, at this point, definitely.
but yeah, I guess I share the same hopes as that it releases this year. Cause if I'm honest, I definitely would have rather kept playing Overwatch 1, even if it had the two tanks and stuff like that. I feel like all the changes that they've made could have been implemented into Overwatch
Yeah, I
1
mean,
while we waited for the
Overwatch
PvE.
2, Overwatch 2 to this point, like where we only have like those changes that they made to have some changes. I don't know. I'm still not vibing with it as hard as with Overwatch 1.
Livy987, thank you so much for the
Ooh,
follow.
that is a Liv. Hey, Liv.
Oh, that's Liv! So if anybody doesn't know Liv is one of the people I play Overwatch with alongside Izzy, and they main diva and they go hard. So on the PVE, PVE is player versus everybody. I think it means it's just basically like a how would you say it's a normal
Not
game
everybody. It's like player versus environment.
environment.
That's
There you
the
go.
that's the E.
That's the okay. I've the more you know, the more that makes even more sense. But yeah, so basically it's just playing against bots and AI and stuff like that. It's like a little story mode that we're hoping to get. Um as Izzy mentioned, there's not a lot of lore, so we're hoping to get some here. Um so I know that there's some skills and stuff like that that you're going to be able to get in the game. Now, for your particular mains, if you haven't seen any of the leaks, what are some of the abilities you hope that you're able to get?
Whew. Um, honestly, no idea. I didn't even think about that yet.
What about like movement for Farah during her ults?
Ooh, I mean, you can like if you think about it, you can have that right now as well with like the live viewer pull and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already insane. And we didn't we get movement during Farals in like one of the
The Battle for
pay-per-views?
Olympus.
Was the I didn't play that one.
Yeah, they added
Was
movement for Farah in that one during their ultimate.
Huh.
Okay, and moving on to one of our last topics here. Another source of stress for me, however, I haven't lost any hair over it. Um, we do have this thing in common that we both like to worship this little green owl named Duo. Um, so, when did you start using Duolingo, and what motivated you to learn a new language?
Ooh, let me think about that one. I think my account is like more than 10 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I did not do it for a few years though, but I've been on a wait, how many days do I have now? I think like 880 or something day streak.
I can check because I got a Duolingo notification.
Did you not please the owl with your performance today?
The owl is not pleased because I'm not in the promotion
Oh
zone
no.
yet. I plan to do it a little bit later today. But give me one second.
You
We'll check out
better
that
get on
streak.
that one. Check
So
out my
you have
streak, y'all.
880 days. That is
Woo!
that is yeah. Salt does Duolingo as well, and I think he does it on stream on Saturdays. So if Salt didn't stream
You
yet, he's probably gonna be doing some Spanish Duolingo.
oh
But yeah, 880 days is pretty wild. What's your secret?
um what's my secret to consistency? That is a good question because I have honestly no idea how I keep anything consistent with like my ADHDs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do use the occasional streak freeze now and then, but it's like usually when I'm like sick or something.
How can you say when you're sick or something when you're sick as fuck, homie?
Oh,
The
oh,
fire!
fire! Yeah, it's like my Duolingo icon. That one is also on fire. Because turns out when you hit a certain streak length, you get the option to join the Streak Society.
Is that the 100 days or is it the
I
the
think it's like 500
365?
or three, something like that. I cannot remember when I got this one, but you get like a little cute red on fire owl icon for the app, and like you can show it in your league or whatever. I don't
Okay.
know. I just do the Duolingo.
All right. And I've mentioned to you that I struggle with das, die, and der in German. Usually when we're cramming in some Duolingo during our Overwatch matches. Um,
hmm
so what's a challenging aspect of the language that you're currently learning? Or I know you have a couple listed on our friends list in Duolingo. So specifically the language you're the most focused on.
I mean, right now I'm the most like pretty much exclusively focused on Italian. And with that one, there's like some words that are really confusing. Like you have uh girl and boy and girls and boys, which is like ragazza, ragazzo, ragazze, and ragazzi, I think. So it's like pretty much four times the same word almost. And you can only like you know if it's plural or feminine or masculine from the last letter. Something like that is like sometimes hard to remember. But I found that over the years, if you do it like over and over and over again, which is like pretty easy with Duolingo because it keeps you, especially with a new like trail thingy, it keeps you doing the things over and over again, and you get a feel for the language, and at some point you can remember it, I guess.
Okay. Speaking of the little trail that they have now, do you prefer the new way that it's set up now versus the old way where it had a couple of like options to branch?
Oh, you know, I definitely prefer the new one. Like I was skeptic at first, but I think it's like with the old one, I would like go do like one golden, one red, one purple, or whatever. Like I just waterfall them downwards, and that took forever to progress.
Yeah.
With a new one, you get the feeling of progress, even though you're still doing the same "I drank some milk" thing over and over again.
uh, something mit milk.
Ich trinke Milch.
Ich trinke milk. And so has learning a language affected the way that you communicate like with your native tongue, or I believe it's called mother tongue, your first language? So basically, has working on Italian somehow affected the way that you communicate in German?
I mean, Italian, not so much, because I've just started out with that one, but the other ones definitely, like, especially English. Like, my coworkers will make fun of me because I'm using so much English in my German sentences. And, like, also with, like, Dutch, which is, like, way worse because it's so close to German. I tend to, like, mix up both languages.
Do you think that there's like a bit of a parallel like between those two languages, like where so I'll give you like an example of kind of what I mean. So one of the first people that I met here on Twitch, his name is Cheetah Rangan, and Cheetah is Brazilian. He speaks Portuguese, right? Oh, hello, Izzy. Give me 1 second, chat. we got a bit of a freeze here. Oh, whoops. Let me scooch that on this way. Oopsie poopsie. I'll keep the conversation going here on my end. So yeah, shit, I never planned for anything like this. Yo, what's up, Juice? How you doing? Welcome on in. I'm interviewing my friend Izzy today. Izzy does a lot of coding streams. Basically.
Hello?
Oh, are you back? Your image is still frozen on my end, Izzy. Hello? Hello? Here we're gonna do a little bit of a a little bit of a technical difficulties moment here. I'm gonna put y'all in the intermission screen, which is gonna give y'all some pretty neat 90s advertisements. And I'll be right back. Yeah, a quick cut to commercials. Okay, I hit the wrong.
When you decide to step up to this kind of power, this kind of challenge, this kind of flying, crashing, feeling, when you decide to get serious, there's only one place to come: the games of Super Nintendo. No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games. Now you're playing with power, superpower. Texas. Bizarre alien life forms are out to destroy Earth, and you're the Star Warrior who takes them on. Zexus, with adventure, maze, and shooting stages, all in one video game. Zexus, Space Spectacular. Look for it today. by Hudson Soft for Nintendo.
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets Sega Genesis, the ultimate action system. And then he buys Mortal Kombat, the arcade edition, and the all-new Shinobi 3, and Marvel's X-Men. Now, things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Good, don't bend too hard on the legs.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Okay, who knows what a two-point landing is?
Ooh, sorry. Okay, is this bad? I got a tangle.
All right.
You, Joe! What are you? I got an idea. What? Jump.
Yes, you can do this. Now jump!
He's training for his biggest adventure yet. Oh yeah, he's ready.
Come on, bust me!
Yeah.
Jump!
I say you
got their insurance for him. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah, thanks, Rod.
Yeah. We're getting calls about a wild party over here. Know anything about it? I didn't think so. Which one of you jokers goes by the name Mario?
It's me!
Could you step outside, please?
Welcome to Mario Party, where you and 3 friends battle it out all night long. With 6 adventure boards and 50 mini-games, this party's just getting going. Mario Party, only on Nintendo 64. But it's me, Mario!
Yeah, tell it to the judge.
Get in or get out.
Today's assignment, photograph the elusive Pokemon. How do you do it? You're gonna be fast. Ah, missed him.
And you better be good.
Ah.
Great pictures. That's the name of the game in Pokemon Snap. You can go to a participating Blockbuster store, print out your best shots, grab an entry form, and mail it to Nintendo's Take Your Best Shot contest. The best shot wins an Australian safari for 4. And there's lots of other great prizes. $3 per sticker page. Many will enter, few will win.
Hang on, it's gotta be fun.
Pokemon Snap. Take your best shot.
Something incredible is happening that will give Sega Genesis even more power. Game Genie now works with your Sega Genesis system in most games, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Kid Chameleon, Toe Jam, and Earl. Game Genie for Sega Genesis.
Excellent.
Yo, video game dudes, talk to me! This is Game Genie from Camerica, the awesome video game enhancer for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Attach it to most of your video games. Double Dragon 3 or Super Mario Bros. 3.
Game Genie, the video game enhancer from Camerica.
New Game Boy Pocket. It's smaller. It's thinner. And now, it comes in 6 high-impact colors.
Danita Stokes, president of HAG.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really dusts my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants! Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Decide to step up to this kind of power, this kind of challenge, this kind of flying, crashing feeling. When you decide to get serious, there's only one place to come, the games of Super Nintendo. No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Texas. Bizarre alien life forms are out to destroy Earth, and you're the star warrior who takes them on. Zexus, with adventure, maze, and shooting stages, all in one video game. Zexus, Space Spectacular. Look for it today. By Hudson Soft. For Nintendo.
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets Sega Genesis, the ultimate action system. And then he buys Mortal Kombat, the arcade edition, and the all-new Shinobi 3, and Marvel's X-Men. Now, things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Good, don't bend too hard on the legs.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Okay, who knows what a two-point landing is?
Ooh, sorry. Okay, is this bad? I got a tangle.
All right.
You jump! What are you? I got an idea. What? Jump.
Yes, you can do this. Now jump!
He's training for his biggest adventure yet. Oh yeah, he's ready.
Come on, trust me!
Yeah.
Jump!
I say you
got
jump.
their insurance form. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah, thanks, Rod.
Yeah. We're getting calls about a wild party over here. Know anything about it? I didn't think so. Which one of you jokers goes by the name Mario?
It's me.
Could you step outside, please?
Welcome to Mario Party, where you and 3 friends battle it out all night long. With 6 adventure boards and 50 mini games, this party's just getting going. Mario Party, only on Nintendo 64. But it's me, Mario.
Yeah, tell it to the judge.
Today's assignment, photograph the elusive Pokemon. How do you do it? You're gonna be fast. Ah, missed him.
And you better be good.
Ah.
Great pictures. That's the name of the game in Pokemon Snap. You can go to a participating Blockbuster store, print out your best shots, grab an entry form, and mail it to Nintendo's Take Your Best Shot contest. The best shot wins an Australian safari for 4. And there's lots of other great prizes. $3 per sticker page. Many will enter, few will win.
Hang on, it's gotta be fun.
Pokemon Snap. Take your best shot.
Something incredible is happening that will give Sega Genesis even more power. Game Genie now works with your Sega Genesis system in most games, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Kid Chameleon, Toe Jam, and Earl. Game Genie for Sega Genesis.
Excellent.
Yo, video game dudes, talk to me! This is Game Genie from Comerica, the awesome video game enhancer for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Attach it to most of your video games. Double Dragon 3 or Super Mario Bros. 3. Game Genie, the video game enhancer from Comerica.
New Game Boy Pocket.
Alright, thank you so much for waiting, everybody. So we're back here with Izzy. We had a little bit of a technical difficulties. Izzy, what exactly happened on your end?
So you see, when you're a mess like me and have like about, I don't know, 15, 20 USB devices on your computer, and some of them are cheap, janky Chinese shit, you can get a little trouble sometimes. So what happened to me was that basically for, I don't know, how long was I gone? Probably like a few minutes.
I think it was like a minute or two.
I just saw everything flicker on and off, and my headset would just say Bluetooth disconnected and then connected and then disconnected. And I'm pretty sure it's like the let me see, that's 1, 2, 3 different cables that go into a USB hub that go into my really expensive RGB all the things keyboard and the mouse and the microphone, and so that probably killed the rest of the stuff.
So it's all fixed now, right?
I hope it is.
Nice. Okay. I'm just adding a little bit of volume to you so I can turn up the music as well. But where were we?
Where were we?
Think I asked you about if learning a different language had affected your mother tongue. You said you were using more English like in your sentences at work.
Yeah, just like in general, like I tend to mix and match the languages, which is like really bad, especially in like when you're speaking some German, like English words in German, most people will understand. But when I like, especially when we're like in Discord or something on a call, and my brain is like, we'll put a German word there now. That is gonna confuse people.
So you got a little bit of a Deutglish going on over there?
Yeah, I mean, Denglish.
Denglish?
Deutlich.
Denglish. I like Denglish.
In Germany, we call it Denglish when you mix English words into like German.
Denglish, okay. Yeah, we call it Spanglish here in Texas because we mix Spanish and English.
Spanish and English.
I think I remember you mentioning that you did do Spanish and you were at a point where you could probably watch a TV show and like kind of understand what was going on. Did you ever watch any novelas?
Oh no, I watched like what did I watch? I think it was called The Heist.
Ah, Casa de Papel.
Yeah, I think that's the original. I just remember the big like,
Money
Netflix
Heist,
title.
I think is what it's called.
But yeah, that one I watched with subtitles, but I think I got the gist.
Yeah.
And that I can only recommend that one. Like not the show in general, but like watching series and like the native language they came out in with like the subtitles when you want to learn that specific language.
Okay, and is there like a recommendation for like me learning the big German?
Ooh, good German movies. That's a hard one because
You can recommend kid shows too. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because there's like, so we have this issue in Germany where basically the funding for movies only goes to like 2 or 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're like watching specifically Netflix made stuff, you'll always see Till Schweiger. That's probably one. But wait, there was one really good show. No, there was actually two like really good movies. One of them was Die fetten Jahre sind vorbei, and the other one was like Hackers or something. Like there was a hacker movie from Germany, which was actually pretty good. No, Who Am I? That was the name.
So I've had some people recommend Dark on Netflix, but I feel like that might be a little too advanced. Or would you say it's like simple enough?
It's definitely something. I mean, you could try it. You know, just put in the German. Like, don't do the English subtitles. Like, don't do your native language. Do the German subtitles.
With English audio?
No, with German audio. You do the German, like, you do the language you want to learn in, like, audio and subtitles. And you use the subtitles to, like, extract what you couldn't understand from the audio. Okay. And also learn, like, how it's written.
Okay, and then that gives me practice with both reading and maybe get some new words out of it. All right.
And also, you like, since it's a movie, you also get like the context a lot more, and like that's really important because you need the context in like language learning. If you don't have that, like just dry learning of the language, that doesn't, like, you do in school, right? That really isn't that helpful.
Okay. And have you had the opportunity to use any of the languages you're learning like in the real world setting? And if so, how did that experience go?
I mean, when I learned Dutch, that one, like, my coworker is Dutch, so I will at least say good morning in Dutch to him, something like that, you know. And for French, that one I learned on my way to France for vacation, and I got to use it in like stores, and that went actually pretty well. Like, I could do like the tiniest bit of small talk with the cashier and like understand how much they wanted, which is like hard in France because they do some weird maths in their language when it comes to numbers. I don't know if you know that one.
Not too well.
Basically, when you how was it? How was that one? If we say 80, it's like not 80, but it's like 20 times 4.
Yeah, okay. I think I've heard
Something like
this
that?
before.
Yeah, it's like 80. I'm a bit rusty. It's been a few years.
I did have a little thing if you're up for it. So I know we mentioned your Spanish learning before. Did you want to give it another shot here? Just I'll keep it very simple.
Ooh.
Uh, just a little bit of how are you doing? And a little introductions in for from yourself in Spanish.
Oh my god, I don't think I can get that one in like one. Yeah, no, I don't think I can talk that much in Spanish anymore because it's that one's been also a few years. I think the last time I touched Spanish must be 2 years now.
Would it be a VSD Bibliothek kind of situation? So, if you check out the Duolingo section in our in the Discord server, there was a joke Izzy made about how is the library in Spanish.
I mean that one was very much on purpose, so I don't
Yeah.
think I'm like that bad. I'm
No,
I'm just not
it
that
was
good
obvious.
anymore.
It was obvious it was a joke. Don't worry. But yeah, so that's kind of all the questions I have. If anybody in chat wants to ask any questions here, I'll be having just a little random chit chat with Izzy while you ask some questions here, and we'll get them answered. But Izzy, what you changed your headset from before we came on live on stream? What kind of headsets do you have?
I mean, I have this one. That's the I can't remember. It's like a brand name. Give me a second.
Sony.
Oh yeah, it's a Sony.
Yeah, I can tell from the style.
Yeah, that one's my outside headset, which is like Bluetooth, so I can use it with my phone, and it's got like a tiny bit of noise canceling, which is like nice when you don't like sounds from the outside. Then I got the small one, which is like a tiny sports thingy, which just I got that one with my phone. It's an Honor something. And that one's also Bluetooth, and then my third one, the Corsair Void, which is also wireless. I don't have any wired headsets anymore, I think. Apart from maybe in some boxes.
We got some questions in here. Salt wants to know what your favorite fruit and vegetable is, and I want to add to that one and ask what your least favorite vegetable is and why is it asparagus?
You can't tell a German has the least favorite. I mean, you can because it's close. Let's see. My favorite fruit is probably a tomato.
Tomaten?
Yeah, that's a fruit.
Yeah.
So that one's. And vegetable would be cucumber, but the English ones, like the long ones.
The long boys?
Yeah, those ones. I always have a cucumber in my fridge because it's like such a good snack, and it's like got like 0 calories basically. I mean, I'm pretty sure you burn more calories preparing the cucumber than you get by eating it.
Okay. And your least favorites? I think I've made it clear I'm very anti-asparagus.
I mean, I can. Are we talking the white asparagus or the green?
The green one. I've
And,
never
like-
had white asparagus in my life.
Yeah, the white one is a very German thing. And on the flip side, we don't really like. You can see it more, but we don't really have the green one here.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a thing with the Germans, and it's like so dumb because you have to when you want the white asparagus, it's basically the green one, but it needs to grow underneath like a black tarp, so it doesn't get sunlight, so it doesn't get green.
Salt says his favorite
It's
vegetable is corn. Oh, my least favorite. It's me.
oh no! How could you say
How
it?
dare you?
Corn is such a good one.
I'm literally just a man made out of corn. How dare you insult me this way?
I'm still thinking about my least favorite vegetable. I'm what is it? Aubergine, or like what do you call it in the US?
Aubergine.
The dick emoji.
Eggplant.
Eggplants. That's what you call them.
It sounded like you said aubergine, which makes sense because it's eggplant.
It's like aubergine. Like
Aubergine.
AUBERGINE, I think.
I don't think I've ever had eggplant at all.
I think it's just like it's not even my least favorite because it tastes bad. It's like bland and it's like so overrated. That's just why I don't like it.
Okay, so aside from asparagus, my least favorite, because we like to hate here on this channel.
Let's hate some.
Let's hate some fucking vegetables. I would say probably. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I would say potatoes, but I actually kind of like them.
Oh, that's great. You can do all kinds of things with them.
It's almost like corn.
Yeah, I mean you can do more with potatoes, I'd say. I mean you can cook them. You can put them in the oven. You can put them in the pan and like fry them. You can make fries out of them. You can mash them. You can put the mashed potatoes in the oven.
You've been to France, right? Do they call French fries over there?
I wouldn't know. I didn't eat French fries in France.
I feel like you might have been missing out, but at the same time, I also don't know where French fries were originated from. On that note,
America. If I had to guess, I'd say America because it's like
it's a very American thing to do.
It's a very American thing to do. To A, call them some country, and B, to put like something healthy into large amounts of oil. Oh, hey, Christian.
So on that note, right? Hamburgers. Did they come from Hamburg?
I think those actually came from like either Hamburg or someone from Hamburg, but I'm not sure. But also, Salt's joke is like so mean.
Salt says, "Do you have my favorite vegetable is my grandpa?"
That is. Ooh. Oh no. Do you have any favorite idioms?
How do I say this chatter's name? I keep trying, but I can never get it right when I'm in their streams.
It's das Wuselchen.
Das Wuselchen.
It's almost there.
Das Wuselchen.
It's not a like.
It's not like a G. It's like a.
You do the CH more in the back in their throat, but it's actually like more to the front. This one at least is more.
It's
to
like
the
a
front.
G. Das Wuselchen.
Like when you say ch.
Das Wuselchen. Das Wuselchen.
More forward.
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
Like I'm trying to think of a word with like shin, right?
Shin.
Das
Wuselchen. Das Wuselchen.
And now you it's a little bit less of a like S sound and more of a sh. Okay, that doesn't help at all.
It's not a sh. It's a sh.
Sorry.
Here, let me
I'm
see.
sorry, my language is so complicated.
It's okay. I'm literally learning it. That's the whole point. We're taking them. We're sidetracking here. We wanna pronounce this name correctly. So let me.
I think the last question was Saul's favorite idioms.
Wuselshin.
That was good.
Okay. I feel good. Let's go. Salt. Favorite idioms. In English or in German. Salt. What are idioms anyway?
I mean, idioms are like the things you say that aren't like what do you say? Like, oh my god.
Like it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah, something like that. I think would be classified as an idiom.
Are
In German, we call
oxymorons
them
technically
Reden.
idioms?
No, an oxymoron is just a word that's like
It's contradictory to something else in the sentence.
to itself, I think. And I think oxymoron in itself is an oxymoron.
Like calling something a big boy, because boys are usually small.
No. See, Salt has all the answers.
An oxymoron is not an idiom. That's because Salt's a teacher.
I'm trying to think of an oxymoron that's not oxymoron. Also, I'm saying way too many morons here.
I'm a moron.
But are you oxygenated?
Lightly oxygenated, highly salty. That's why I always hang out in Salt Stream.
Idioms are things that don't really translate well across language and culture. Yeah, I mean, you can't translate them directly, but sometimes you have like similar idioms in like different languages.
I'm gonna look up some idioms. You tell me if there's one that stands out to you.
Should I just, do the same?
Probably. That could work. All right, so I got one. A good what? A lost ball in the high weeds. That sounds pretty fun, to be honest.
I have never heard that.
Oh, literally lost in translation is another idiom apparently. Congrats, Saul. You almost had it. You almost said an idiom about idioms. Let's see.
Oh, I got a few good ones in German.
Hit me with them.
Okay, so the first one is die Daumen drücken, which literally would translate to like pressing your thumbs. Which, here's the funny thing, that one kind of sort of translated into English because it's fingers crossed in English.
Okay.
So it's both something to do with your hands. It's just a different part of the hand.
Do y'all push your thumbs together?
I don't know. It's just we just say that.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, another one is Lügen haben kurze Beine, which is like lies have short legs, which just is like
they won't get too far, is pretty much.
How do you that one doesn't translate as well. It's just that like when you have someone who's lying and you know they're lying, and they're short, probably you would say that.
We have bite the bullet, meaning to get over with, get something over with because it's inevitable.
I mean, who doesn't love to bite a bullet?
Do you think you could
Yummy.
ever like catch a bullet between your teeth? Like just bite down on it and just stop it?
I'd say it depends on how fast it's going.
I feel like there's gotta be like a movie from Bollywood that has like some dude like actually catching a bullet with
Honestly,
their
I don't think you need Bollywood. I'm pretty sure there's a Hollywood movie that does that shit. I mean, we had The Matrix, yeah, and like Neo was like moving in super slow-mo around the bullets, so he could have bitten one, right?
Let me see. A dime a dozen.
No, that's just for something cheap, right?
Yeah, when you thought something was special, but it turns out to be cheap or very common.
Yeah. Then what else?
All my homies are not a dime a dozen. I got all the rarest homies. I be collecting y'all.
Excuse me, I'm not a collectible.
You're not a collectible, but you're still part of, well, technically speaking, right? So let's assume there is a god and God is like an alien. Technically we are a collection.
Huh.
But in the sense that I mean it, it's not necessarily a collection, but we're a collective.
Ooh.
Big brain.
Now we're getting back to the Marxism.
Did you have anything you wanted to bring up about our boy Karl Marx?
I don't think that's. We probably shouldn't open that can of worms to add another idiom.
Oh snap! We're out here with the I think that would start a bit of a snowball effect in chat. That's another idiom. I wouldn't want to go back to square one, but you know, you can say that again. Because here on the Hosway channel, we do get the best of both worlds. Alright. Oh, Salt's hype about the can of worms.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be so hype.
I mean, and listen, in my shelves, the can of worms is like directly next to Pandora's box, so you know.
You have Pandora's box in your home?
Yeah, it's like really dangerous because when the cat jumps next to it, you know what's gonna end there.
Could open it, could release a bunch of diseases in the world. Lots of trials and Wait, speaking of trials and tribulations, right? Can you have trials without tribulations? Or is it like you just kind of get them like in Overwatch, you want to go to the shop, you get skins, but they're all like in a bundle? Like, are you forced to have trials and tribulations? Or can you just get like the tribulations without the trials?
I don't know. Maybe the trials were also like there wasn't trials in the sense of like a hard thing, but more like a shareware kind of thing.
Ah.
Like remember when we had demos?
It's like a free trial with tribulations.
Yeah, it's a free trial. It's a free trial for the tribulations.
There you go. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Man, Izzy, you always know how to explain things to me. But alright, if anybody has any other questions, please keep them coming, even if they're in German. Izzy can take those as well.
Yeah, I can take the German language and translate them completely wrong so that Hosway thinks we're talking about something cute when we're not.
Oh lord. But Izzy, why don't you take a look around the room here and tell me what I could do to improve the show. We're coming up to the end of season 1 here. We have maybe like 1 or 2 other episodes after this. So what could I improve here for season 2?
I mean, let me see. I don't know, like this studio looks pretty cool. I just feel like there should be a glass of water on your desk for your guests.
A glass of water. Okay, I'm gonna write this down.
Or maybe a cup of coffee. I don't know what you do in your show.
Cup of coffee.
If you endorse the drugs or just the plain water.
Coffee is kind of a drug, isn't it? I know people get pretty cranky when they can't have their cup of coffee.
We don't talk about that, okay?
No, I'm sorry. I guess I won't bring up the dependencies on caffeine and caffeinated adjacent products.
It's a good thing you just cut away when I was like
drinking,
literally sipping from my cup.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can take a big old gulp out of it. This is my face.
Is empty.
Is it tea or is it coffee?
It's coffee.
Coffee with milk?
I don't know. No, I don't drink the coffee with milk. I just drink it schwarz.
Schwarz?
Schwarz. That's black.
Schwarz.
Oh, we shouldn't try to do that one. That's dangerously close to like things you wouldn't want to say on Twitch.
Hosway does not. Hosway and associates do not endorse any kind of bigotry. I'm learning a new language. Please chill the fuck out.
It's not bigotry, but like when you pronounce Schwarz like wrong, you could end up saying an eggplant adjacent word, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, Hostway does endorse eggplant adjacent things as well as other emoji adjacent things. It's your body. It's the way that it is. Love yourself. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so do some eggplant water splash.
Can I get some eggplant water splash in chat? Is that appropriate?
Oh, then there's also peach water splash.
Peach water splash.
Peach with the hand next to it.
Oh god.
Or peach with both hands next to it, like one left, one right.
As a single man, I don't often use these emoji combinations. So it's always interesting, like how other people explain them
right now.
I don't know if
I'm trying to think of other things that can be.
Me being flirty is probably turtle with like eggplant emoji. It's like I might be slow, but I'm also a vegetable. Okay. All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions coming in, I guess we've reached the end of our show. Izzy, I want to say thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, anytime. I really appreciate people kind of taking some time out of their day to come hang out with me on stream and do a little bit of little friendly banter back and forth, a little bit of goofing around, a little allowing me to put on some clown makeup, put on some little blush, come on the show. I wish I could do a little dance, but I don't have an animation for that.
Are you telling me the red in your face is blush and not just your natural, like,
cheek color?
Tan?
Yeah. So, color? yeah, I actually put on blush. It's supposed to be makeup.
Oh, so wait, is the white also a lie?
Okay, so
are you secretly doing a white face Hosway?
Let me explain Timbo, right? So Timbo was, I think I've shown you the original like Timbo stuff, but when I got Timbo done by one of my friends that I actually met playing Overwatch, my specific things were so Timbo is like supposed to kind of be an extension of me while at the same time not being me. So it's like a self-insert character kind of, right? So this is Timbo, the little avatar that I have. It's supposed to be just like, although it's a he, it's also supposed to be a little bit ambiguous and kind of like, so it's literally, it's not like a white person's skin tone, but it's literally blank. Like, was my idea that I was going for. And then the hair was supposed to be kind of messy. And then of course I got the headphones on because I didn't want my friend to have to draw ears. I thought it would look weird with ears. And then obviously no nose. So it's literally just supposed to be something that, is neither representative of anything, but also not supposed to, like, well, it's not supposed to be like a, when people say like, oh, heteronormative or like, appropriate, it's not supposed to be anything. It's just kind of blank, kind of self-insert kind of thing. What do people use to describe like Link? Like where he doesn't talk, it's supposed to kind of just be there.
Wait, which Link are we talking about?
All of them.
I mean,
but just in the sense of like there's not really supposed to be like a race, a gender, an orientation, anything like that. It just is a humanoid thing, if that makes sense. So yeah,
I mean, I was just.
I specifically asked about
the
putting the blush on, but it's not supposed to be like natural blushing. It's supposed to be like, I guess, if you see like American football players, they put on the little black stuff on their face when they're gonna play.
Oh yeah, the war stripes.
Yeah, so I got the pink ones. That's what it is.
So you're going to war with your pink makeup?
Yeah, because when I'm playing video games, I'm literally fighting for my life. Alright, but that's a wrap. If you want to be on the show, you can always come onto my Discord server. Link should still be down below. If the thing doesn't work, I don't know, I'll put it in. I don't want to put it on YouTube because I don't want like randoms to come in. I'd rather just have like my regulars. But yeah, it should be down there. It should work. It should look like a possum just screaming. And then you can join under the important stuff section. There should be a place where you can just, I think it says Friends of Hosway sign up sheet. You go there, you fill out a bit of a form. Izzy, you want to explain what that form is like?
The best form I've ever seen. It's like the coolest form with the best questions, and like just in general, it's the most magnificent form you could ever fill out. So if you're not doing that form, what are you even doing with your life?
That sounds like I don't know, Izzy. I kind of want you to take that back because that sounds like how Donald Trump talks. It is literally the best form of all time. It is the perfect form.
It is the most perfectest form.
I would say it is even the ultimate form. Would you agree with that? But yeah, you can sign up that way, or you can hit me up and I'll send you a link to the form. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna turn up this jam. Izzy, is there anything else that you want to say to chat, promote, anything?
I mean, do I have anything? I don't have anything to promote apart from my you know, the single that's coming out on May 1st, hopefully. Otherwise, just press the button over there. It's like purple and it says subscribe. You wanna press that one. Also, like right below here is a thing that says follow. You press that one as well.
And right under me, there should be a button that says report.
You don't press that.
You don't press that button.
Unless there's an option that says report for being too cool on Twitch, then you press that one.
Aww. But I always suck at ending the stream, so I'm gonna just send y'all to the Shadow Realm. I'm gonna leave.
I'm just gonna see myself out. Yeah.
Go ahead.
The outside of the studio is that way, right?
Yeah, it's that way.
Okay.
Alternatively, you could lose your head and walk to the other side. But all right. I'm gonna also dip. And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all just sit here in the studio jamming out to this amazing song, and I appreciate everybody for being here. And yeah, that's pretty much the show for today. Thank y'all. See you laters.